What's going on, guys? Dottz here, and today I'm bringing you the next video in my BDO account progression series, showing you guys how my BDO account is progressing over time. The last time I made this video was about 3 months ago, right before the BDO Festa, and let me tell you, the BDO Festa was real good to me. I actually think that today's video is going to be like the biggest jump in gear score I've ever had between two of my account progression episodes. I gained an absurd amount of gear score over the last 3 months, and I'm very excited to show you guys our progress today. But before we do get into that, I do just want to thank the sponsor of today's video real quick, Ewin Racing. Ewin Racing makes gaming chairs that are going to be the perfect upgrade for your setup. I've personally used an Ewin chair for about 4 years myself, and I've put a lot of hours in on this thing. It's held up well, and it's been very comfortable. It's very supportive with armrest adjustments, a lumbar pillow, a neck pillow. Obviously, you have your different height adjustments to adjust to your desk. It's just, it's everything you could possibly want from a desk chair. They also do have a brand new line of desk chairs, the Ewin Revolutionary Upgraded Edition, which includes a magnetic pillow for your head and neck so that you can put it wherever you want. It's a little bit more customizable. They've upgraded the foam on the chair itself, as well as they have integrated lumbar support with this little dial that you can move and change to adjust the lumbar support integrated right into the chair. Now, if you guys do want to pick up this style of chair, you can use my code DOTTS at checkout for a massive 30% off your order. So click the link in the description below and check out Ewin today. So guys, now that we are back from the ad break, let's actually get into this account progression video. So over the last 3 months, I really mainly made progress in the gear department. In terms of like other stuff about my account, I still haven't gotten around to doing Land of the Morning Light yet. I just frankly haven't been able to bring myself to do the, 15 hours of questing I know is ahead of me. But I will be doing it soon, and I'll explain why when I get to my gear, but I still pretty much do have that on my plate that I need to do. But otherwise, like I said, all the progress that we made this month was in the gear front. So, like you guys, if you watched my last video on my progression, you know that I, took a little bit of a break from BDO, and even now I've been playing like a lot more casually. I haven't been playing nearly as hardcore as I was, but I got some real good returners RNG with the BDO Festa, and I was able to tap Pen Blackstar with my Jay's hammer. That is right. I had a Tep Blackstar. You guys saw it in the last video. Technically speaking, I have a 100% enhanced rating on Pen Blackstar because I was my first attempt on it and it went through. And I literally yelled so loud and freaked out so loud my wife thought something was wrong. I was super duper excited. Now, you also might be noticing something else that I have, the Vel's Heart. So I got my Vel's Heart maybe 3 days after my Pen Blackstar out of a random ass Shikatu box during Festa. Again, also freaked out so loud my wife thought something was wrong. Because the good thing about this was I was about to buy Vel's Heart. Vel's at the time I think was about 15 bill to buy. And I had about 14 in the bank. So I was like, all right, one more short grind session and I'll get it. I logged into the day to grind for it, and I ended up getting it out of a box. Freaking flipped out. And so I was able to take that 14 bill that I was sitting on and actually pump it into Kafras to get my Fallen God armor. And then I had, so many fail stacks and crons because, I was saving all of those up to do Pen Blackstar attempts, but I got the Pen Blackstar, the Jay's hammer. So I was able to then use all of those, like the crons, the fail stacks, whatever, and I was able to get up to Duo Fallen God. So super crazy. So I was able to pump all the money into that. On top of that, we also upped our Kafras level on our shoes to 5, our gloves to 5, and our helmet to 5. So we are C5 on all of our armors, and we are at Duo Fallen God with a Pen Blackstar and a Vel's Heart. So for comparison, when I showed you guys my last video, I had 350 DP. I now have 365. I had 282 awakened AP, and I now have 285. I had 277 succession AP, and now I have 289. So like, man, we made a hell of a lot of progress. We quite literally gained 27 gear score in 3 months. So I'm extremely happy about that. RNGesus was definitely on my side, and now I'm like, my gear feels like I'm in such a great spot. Like, I'm at the point now, especially like with my AP, where, you know, I've had a lot more like DFSs now that I'm starting to grind at like the more higher end areas now, because I have, you know, such a much higher AP and I have DP to survive. And it's been great being able to actually like fight people and have the damage to kill them and not just instantaneously explode, you know, because prior to this, man, no matter where I go, I was getting gear checked all over the place. I didn't have enough damage to kill people. But now if I get someone in a grab, even if they like, you know, outgear me in the DP front, like, I have the damage to kind of push through, unless obviously someone's like super duper uber geared. But it just feels good, man. It really feels good to be at this gear level. And now kind of I'm like looking forward to my next goals, because like I said, I made a lot of progress in these last 3 months, and a lot of things that were long-term goals, Vel's Heart, you know, Pen Blacks are obviously getting, you know, Fallen God, like that quickly kind of jumped up what I want to do. And I have a really good plan, I think, for the next couple of months, and that I want to focus on. So the first thing is that we are going to be trying to get our Pen Ring of the Crescent Guardian. So that is going to be kind of my first thing on the list. I think I'm only about 2 or 3 grind days away from like being able to get all of the Burning Moonlight Blackstones that I need in order to actually, or the powders, I mean, to create the pen ring. The only thing I would then need is to grind the money for the try ring, which I actually think I already have in the bank. So basically, once I do the 3 more days of grinding to do the Jatina quest, this will be pen, which will bring me up to 292 gear score. Then my plan is to actually do Land of the Morning Light to get the 1 AP bracket, and that will put me at 293, which is a really, really nice AP bracket, and I'll probably be chilling there for quite some time. After that, my plan is to invest in some non-gear related things for a little bit. I have like an elixir rotation that I actually want to start running in Node Wars. I've been a Giants draft guy for a really long time, but I want to like actually start using elixirs now. So I have written down all the elixirs that I need to buy. And so I want to, you know, basically save up a bunch of money and buy like, you know, basically like probably like 3 weeks worth of supply, and just like have that chilling in my bag so that I can, you know, deal way more damage in Node War, because I've already been really happy with how I've been performing already, just using the Giants draft with like a deep sea every now and then. And so I can't wait to see what it's going to be like when I'm actually using a full elixir rotation. My damage is like 15% higher than it already is, so very excited for that. I also plan on getting the Crocodile's Tooth set for Node War, the artifact set, or excuse me, the Lightstone set. Because right now, I think I just use like Skill Master or something just to give me a little bit more damage. But Crocodile's Tooth is obviously very good for Node War, one of the best you know, sets that you can use. And I really only do tier 1, tier 2 Node Wars, so that's what I want to slot for those. So I want to kind of work on those afterwards. So basically, it's like once I hit that 293 bracket, I want to grind for some, you know, Node War specific upgrades. And then after that, so because they changed Berserker to where now our spin has 25% base crit in PvE, I believe that you can get away with running like the wild like demi-human or whatever for PvE, because like in the past you had to use the artifact set that gave you the crit because you needed it to basically get as close to 100% crit as possible, because it really increased your damage. But now that we have that crit on the spin, I really think that closes the gap a lot between the wild and then that set. And so I think I'd rather just get the cheaper one and go with the wild, especially because like most of the spots that I grind at are demi-human spots anyway. So I think I just want to get the wild demi-human for PvE. Then after that, my goal is to get up to C6 in my helmet, gloves, and boots just because that's like right before the amount of conference you need like spikes up really steep to like over 1,000 per level. And so I want to get those to C6. And then after that, we are just going to push our helmet to C10 and then get Labresca. After that, I don't know. We'll have to kind of see where I'm at in, with BDO and where things are and how things are going. But that's kind of like my plans for the immediate future. But it's just, I'm just so happy, like I said, with how much progress really we've made over the last few months, especially because like I haven't been playing as much as I had previously. So Returners RNG was definitely on my side and definitely helped out. But I want to try and just, even if it's just like a little bit more like weekly playtime in, just to, keep grinding and keep having some income. I want to do that just because, like I said, I do have these things that I want to do and accomplish, and especially the stuff for Node War I really, really, really want. So I want to try to be able to have the money to be able to do that kind of as soon as I can. So yeah, I do think that pretty much kind of covers us today for the update. Like I said, absolutely big progress, and definitely interested to see what you guys think about it in the comments. But like I said, I've been doing this kind of update quarterly, and I think I'm going to kind of keep that cadence. I've been liking it a lot. So, I'll probably then see you guys with another update in a few months. So if you guys did like the update, appreciate if you left a like on it. Like I said, comment below, let me know what you think, and subscribe for more BDO guides and gameplay. So thank you all so much for stopping by today. I do very much appreciate it. As always, I'm Dottz Gaming, and I'll see you all in the next video.